opportunity to set the tone, define the meaning, and build a legacy that others can look into in the future. Being the first Miss Yellow Jacket would be an incredible honor because it would allow me to represent the pride, spirit, and community that makes TL Hannah special. Rebecca, here's your question. If you could go back and change one thing about yourself or your experience at TL Hannah the past 4 years, what would it be and why?
If I could change anything, it would be the involvement that I had in my school. I wish I would have been more involved in sports and academically challenged clubs.
Thank you. That was our last Miss Yellow Jacket contestant. Contestant number 3, Rebecca Haley.
That was truly amazing. I couldn't have said it better myself.
You're totally right, Joe, but we're not done yet.
That's right. We now move on to our Miss TL Hannah contestants. Contestant number 1, Renaya Johnson. Renaya is the daughter of Rachita Sims and Patrick Johnson. Renaya believes that she is a combination of both a diamond and a pearl. Like a diamond, I am strong and resilient, able to withstand challenges without shattering. I'm also bold and confident, willing to take risks and to step outside my comfort zone. At the same time, like a pearl, I strive to carry myself with grace, elegance, and calmness. This balance reflects the woman I am becoming, someone who faces challenges with confidence while leading with poise, kindness, and composure. Winning Miss TL Hannah would mean so much more to me than just wearing a crown. It would mean having the opportunity to continue a legacy of leadership and confidence. If given the title, I would strive to represent it with compassion and dedication. I would encourage people to believe in themselves and make a positive impact wherever they go. Continuing the legacy of Miss TL Hannah would mean leaving an impact that inspires others after my service. Renaya, here's your question. If you could go back in time and change one thing about yourself or your experience at TL Hannah the past 4 years, what would it be and why?
If I had to change anything about my experience at TL Hannah, I would definitely change my involvement in clubs and sports. Now I'm in 12th grade and I'm involved in lots of sports, lots of clubs, but I was not always this way. I was shy and I didn't want to do anything because I came to Hannah as fresh meat and I was very, very scared of getting involved in anything. But now it's like, looking back, if I would have started sooner in 9th grade, I would have had so many more bonds, so many more new people, so many more memories. So it's like, I probably should have been in this. But honestly, looking back at it, it has really taught me to get out there and take chances. You have to get out there and take chances. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you. That was contestant number 1, Renaya Johnson.
Contestant number 2, Josie George. Josie is the daughter of Matt and Robin George. Josie says, I would consider myself a diamond. I am a diamond because of my battle with type 1 diabetes for the past 10 years. It has transformed me into such an independent young woman and has made me strong in everyday life. I am bold with the way I dress, the way I style and color my hair. Some people believe the way I dress is sometimes strange, but I don't let that break me down. I keep going with what I love. To me, it is very important that I join a long line of young ladies taking a chance and stepping out of their comfort zone. It's also important to continue this legacy as a role model for underclassmen to show them the possibilities. I stepped out of my comfort zone, I took the chance. To me, being crowned this evening would mean the world, and it would show me that I don't have to be nervous, and that sometimes you need to take a chance at something new. Josie, here's your question. If you could go back and change one thing about yourself or your experience at TL Hannah the past 4 years, what would it be and why?
One thing I would change was my grades. I never turned in my assignments and it really drastically changed my GPA. And I would go back and change that. Now I'm a straight A student.
Thank you, contestant number 2, Josie George.
Up next is contestant number 3, Zaharia Latimer. Zaharia is the daughter of Bernadette Latimer. Zaharia says, it's important to continue Miss TL because it shows that something that's important and powerful for a young woman to look forward to. Being able to show yourself to the crowd and letting them know that you can do anything you put your mind to. Being crowned at this pageant would mean more to me than just wearing a crown. It would represent the hard work, dedication, and growth that brought me here today. It would be an opportunity to use my voice to inspire others and represent this organization with pride, grace, and purpose. Winning wouldn't just be a personal achievement, it would be a responsibility to lead, uplift, and make a positive difference. I consider myself diamond, unbreakable, and bold. This reflects the woman I'm becoming by showing growth, passion, new beginnings, and not scared of what's to come. To be a diamond, you have to show that you're not afraid what you might face, but instead show what's ahead and that you all have the strength to get through any and everything. Zaharia, here is your question. If you could go back and change one thing about yourself or your experience at TL the past 4 years, what would it be and why?
If I could change one thing, it would be believing in myself more, not being so insecure, being out there, making new friends, and just trying new things.
Thank you, contestant number 3, Zaharia Latimer.
Contestant number 4, Emmeline Whitehead Zink. Emmeline is the daughter of Brandon and Anthony. It would mean a lot to me to be crowned for Miss TL tonight because I would be continuing a tradition of talented and inspiring seniors that came before me. I consider myself to be a diamond, unbreakable and bold, because after being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, I learned what it was like to live under pressure and decided that I wanted to help others like me, and be a pediatric endocrinologist, and continue to persist through challenges that I may face. Emmeline, here's your question. If you could go back and change one thing about yourself or your experience at TL the past 4 years, what would it be and why?
I would probably change how confident I was and how much I put myself out there. I could have been involved in so many clubs and helped more people in like the Random Act of Kindness Club. And I definitely think that being confident was something I struggled with, but I think I've gotten there this year and I'm very proud.
Thank you, contestant number 4, Emmeline Whitehead Zink.
Up next is contestant number 5, Joy Bonner. Joy is the daughter of Cornelius and Corticia Bonner. To hold the title of Miss TL 2026 would endow me with another opportunity to lead and to contribute to the prestige and excellence of TL High School through being a great example of what it means to be a yellow jacket. If crowned on tonight, I would gladly accept my role and responsibility of serving the student body with dedication and compassion. I would strive daily to refine my academics and career, setting a positive example for my peers to follow. My goal would not only be to strive as a student, but to also inspire others to become more engaged and impactful within our community. Together, we can uplift TL in the great city of Anderson, our home. Carrying the Miss TL legacy, it is important to me because women who have held this title before me embody leadership, a leadership that remains effective, elegant, and humble. The legacy of the title Miss TL represents the exceptional qualities of this learning institution that not only pursues scholars, but well-rounded individuals that make our school and community not only special, but beautiful as well. I believe I am both diamond and a pearl. I have been shaped by pressure. I thrive under pressure. I have grown to appreciate all challenges that have shaped and strengthened me, as well as sharpened my confidence. I've learned to stand firm in who I am, no matter what. At the same time, I'm like a pearl, formed over time with patience and grace. My growth wasn't instant. It took reflection, refinement, and faith. Being strong and refined reflects the woman I am so becoming. Joy, here's your question. If you could go back and change one thing about yourself or your experience at TL the past 4 years, what would it be and why?
Thank you for that question. Good evening, esteemed judges and guests. I wouldn't change a thing about my last 4 years here at TL I've learned so much about confidence, integrity, leadership, dedication, perseverance, all of those things. I wouldn't be who I am today without the experiences that come from this very beautiful building. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, contestant number 5, Joy Bonner.
Contestant number 6, Ana Valeria Santana. Valeria is the daughter of Lizette Sands and Martine Santana. I believe it is important to continue this tradition because it gives the opportunity for the girls of the class to express themselves with beauty and grace while showing off their talents and abilities to the rest of their class. To win this, it would mean something memorable during my time at TL and other accomplishment to be proud of. I believe I am a diamond that despite failures, setbacks, and rejections, I persist with energy and drive, with a lack of patience to achieve even when I'm told something is impossible. This reflects on the woman I am becoming, a woman who will not give up and will not be broken by life's challenges. Valeria, here's your question. If you could go back and change one thing about yourself or your experience at TL in the past 4 years, what would it be and why?
If I could change anything, I would have been more
confident and less judgmental. I think my lack of confidence made me believe that people different than me would judge me and not be my friends, when in reality I was the one judging them. This year that I have stopped doing that, I have met so many lovely people, and school is much more enjoyable. Sadly, it's my last year. So if I could do it again, I would do that from the very beginning.
Thank you, contestant number 6, Ana Valeria Santana.
Up next is contestant number 7, Rachel Weidman. Rachel is the daughter of Ray and Shelley Weidman. It is important to me to continue the legacy of Miss TL because it can be an inspiration to the next generations of TL Hannah. Being crowned tonight would be an honor that pushes me to greater heights, but more importantly, it would show people that you can succeed if you put God first before yourself. My crowning can show girls that they can continue the legacy after me, no matter their background or stumbling blocks. As it says in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. When I think about the question, do I consider myself to be a diamond, unbreakable and bold, or a pearl, graceful and refined, I consider myself a diamond. I feel that I am a diamond because all of the adversities that I faced created me into the woman I am today and that I am becoming. Throughout high school and even in middle school, everything that was supposed to break me didn't. It truly helped me to find out who I am and what I was meant to be as a woman. The struggles that made me unbreakable and bold pushed me more towards my faith in Christ. It pushed me towards being more empathetic and vulnerable person to people, and it ultimately helped me find my purpose to serve and help others who need it. I would never be as bold or intentional as I am now, nor would I be on this stage. So I consider myself a diamond. Rachel, here is your question. If you could go back and change one thing about yourself or your experience at TL Hannah for the past 4 years, what would it be and why?
Thank you, Joe. If I could change anything from the past 4 years, it would be the need of belonging. I feel that looking for belonging, I went in places that I shouldn't have when I should have just been myself. When you're yourself, you don't have to find a table, you are the table. And what you bring can make a community that you truly belong in. Thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 7, Rachel Weidman.
Thank you, ladies. Can we give these contestants one last round of applause? Now, let me tell you about our final judge tonight. Anna Catherine English is a graduate of Eastside High School in Taylor, South Carolina, the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa, and holds her certificate in fundraising management from Indiana University's Lilly School of Philanthropy. With a pageant career spanning many years and titles in both the Miss America organization and the Miss United States organization, she earned the title of Miss South Carolina United States in 2016 and went on to place 3rd runner-up at the Miss United States pageant in Las Vegas that same year. Professionally, Anna Catherine has built a strong career in higher education and college athletics, and now serves as the Advancement and Engagement Officer for the South Carolina Prevention of Sexual Violence on college campuses in Greenville, South Carolina. In this role, she partners with Title IV coordinators, student services, as well as community and corporate leaders to reduce the rate of sexual violence on campuses across the state, while advancing education and safety standards for students. Outside of her professional and community work, Anna Catherine is the proud mother of a 12-year-old son and a dedicated sports fan, cheering passionately for both the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Philadelphia Eagles. Roll Tide and go Birds! Thank you so much for participating in this evening.
Wow, all of our contestants are so beautiful and well-spoken. This is really going to be a hard decision. So, for our last part, let's bring out our contestants one last time.
I think I need to thank some people. First of all, can we thank these two up here for emceeing? And I'll start with a special shout out to Joe right here. So, Joe helped me out tremendously. I only asked you what, like less than a week ago to do this, Monday? I asked him to do this on Monday. And I thank you so much. We would not have a script tonight if it wasn't for Joe. So I thank you so very much. Thank you for joining him. So I appreciate you guys very much. So give them another round of applause. They did a great job. Awesome. So yes, we'll bring them on in just a second. You can join them back there. I'll give a couple other thank yous. So, what did you guys think? Is it awesome? So my name is Mrs. Fuller. I'm the pageant director here at Teal-Hanna. It's actually really awesome to be back on stage this evening. So I had a little absence last year, but I wasn't far. I was sitting where you are sitting because my daughter competed last year. So clearly you cannot be backstage because that would not be right. So she placed first runner-up last year, so I got to be mom and not be director. So it was definitely an experience to sit out there and watch all of this. So I want to say that I have a really strong belief, in the tradition of this pageant. I'm very excited to have now started the title of Miss Yellow Jacket. I think it's time to take this pageant into the future. This is year 54 for Miss Teal-Hanna. It has a very rich tradition here at Hanna that I hold near and dear, but it's time to take it into the future. So our first Miss Yellow Jacket this evening, I'm very excited to crown. I'm happy to announce that next year we're in the works of adding Miss Freshman, Miss Sophomore, and Miss Junior to the pageant. So not all on the same night. So I would like to have 2 nights because you should not be sitting here for 3 hours. So that's a lot. I'd like to thank our judges very much. I'd like to thank David. Thank you for enduring their bios, but these are some amazing, amazing people. So they're definitely qualified. So thank you, David. Thank you, Miss Moore. She'll always be Miss Moore. Kathy, Miss Moore. Love you to pieces. Ashley, welcome back to Teal-Hanna. She said she hadn't been here in a very long time. She had to remember that the bathroom was over there. And then to my dear friend Anna, thank you so much. It means the world to me that you're here. You're a very special person to me. I'd like to thank all the administrators, so Miss Tenry. I'm so sorry that the TV stopped working and you guys didn't get to see all of Miss Tenry's amazing pictures. But our photogenic pictures are on the board when you guys came in. So I thank Shonda Tenry and her photography, expertise that she has and volunteers her time to do that. So I love the fact that all of our girls get to have their photo taken for our pageant and not submit a photo. So everybody in photogenic has been entered kind of fairly, kind of from all at the same time. And Ms. Jones, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And Ms. Hayes, I very much appreciate it. My crew back here, we couldn't be able to do all this without them. So first of all, I'd like to thank Victoria, who is my right-hand person. She competed in 2018 and she hasn't left. So I couldn't do this without her. And then Kinsley competed in 2024 and was on the crew beforehand. And if it wasn't for being on the crew, she would have never had the nerve to compete in Miss Teal-Hanna. Manaya's back there. She's in my second block class, and first day she walked in, she's like, how do I sign up to help you with the pageant? And every day she'd come in and it's like, what do I need to know? What do I need to know? So I think I may have a lifer back there. And then a special shout out to my mini-me Janelle, who's been around this since I started 13 years ago. So it's weird to believe that she was in first grade or something when I started doing this, and she's been backstage the whole time, then competed last year, and now she's in college. So it's crazy to me. The last thing that I want to mention is that I personally love the fact that all of our contestants you saw tonight are individually unique. And they don't fit any sort of picture mold. When you think of a beauty pageant, you see this picture, this mold. And none of these young ladies follow any sort of mold. And I love that about this pageant. So this is not homecoming. So this is not students voting. This is not prom queen. They're not students voting. They're judges that are listening and taking in their inner beauty to find our Miss Teal-Hanna. So I wrote down before I came out here that this is not a popularity contest. That this is truly, allowing them to show their talents and their inner beauty. And that's what I love so much about doing this. So it means the world to me. So I think we should give them all. oh gosh, I just blanked out. And I don't know what she wrote, but I'm gonna apologize to her. The last person I wanna thank is our 2025 Miss Teal Hannah Kenzie Lee. So she's on spring break. She's a freshman at Clemson University, and she's a member of the Tiger Twirlers. So you've seen her on the sidelines, you've seen her in parades and at game day. I believe she's also in like biomedical sciences, I'm thinking off the top of my head. But such an amazing representation of the class of 2025. So since she's enjoying her first college experience of spring break, then because this was postponed, so she sends her regards. But she's not able to perform tonight. So I do have some other special guests. I have Kara Duvall and Sophie Stewart. They are both freshmen here at Teal Hannah, and they are members of our Pat competition team at Steppin' Out Dance Studio. And they're going to perform their competition duet for you entitled Remedy. So if I can bring out Kara and Sophie, just like they would in a competition. Here they come. So this is Kara and Sophie, and they're going to perform Remedy for you.